Hello, everyone out there. It's William here at Allegory Gallery. And today we're going to show you some postcards, some greeting cards, some art prints. Hopefully you like these. These are something that we carry in store, but we very rarely actually show them to anybody else unless you're in store. So we have some cool kind of postcards that have crystals and rocks on them. We have some nature scenes, lots of nice things. So I figured, hey, these are something that would be easy to ship out to you all if you're interested in them. Um, and hopefully you like them. We just got done here with a class today. So we had 4 or so people in class. Classes have been starting out slowly since we reopened after the pandemic here, and who knows if we're going to have to close them back down again. But for now, we are having classes on Wednesdays from noon to 4, and we teach people how to make jewelry. We had 4 younger people in today learning how to make their first bracelets and necklaces, so that was really cool. And Suzanne, easy to ship, unlike the dinosaur bone. Yes, exactly. Actually, the dinosaur bone is not that large. The ones that we showed off here today on our Facebook page, they're about that big or so, not too big. But yeah, so these should be fairly easy to ship if you want them, and we'll try and make sure they get to you in a good fashion. Normally when we ship things like these, we'll sandwich them between cardboard, and we have the do not bend all over them. So Renee says, I pray that there is not another lockdown. Me too, but the way things are going, who knows? So we have to kind of be prepared for that, right? And so that's why we are still adding new things to our online store. We add new things almost every week, sometimes multiple times a week into the online store. So if you haven't checked it out lately, check it out. Make sure you go over there to Allegory Gallery. I'll put it right up there, allegorygallery.com, and check out our online store because there are wonderful things in there. We still have those amber bees and various artisan carved items. I'm really surprised we have not sold out of those because the first few batches of them we got completely sold out each time, and I am surprised there are still things left in that category, but there are. So check those out if you haven't. Lots of good things in the online store, lots of gemstones, check glass, artisan items, Andrew's jewelry, Andrew's artwork, various other glasses, Japanese, Czech, German, just various vintage glass beads as well, pearls. Lots of stuff in the online store. So if you haven't checked it out in a while, please go to allegorygallery.com and just take a look. And remember that what you see on the homepage is just the beginning of every collection. That's not all of it. So if you hit the see more of these, usually on the right-hand side, you'll see everything in those collections. So definitely don't think that the front page is the only page. There are deeper sections and lots more things, okay? So I hope that you're all doing well out there. I don't know what day it is. It's Wednesday. It's been a crazy week so far. We were up early this morning heading over to Star Cottage Studio because we wanted to go over. We had someone come over and we had to talk about some digging. Hole digging. We need to make a very, very large hole. We need to excavate some land to get ready for a patio that we would like to put out at Star Cottage Studio. So we were out there early this morning talking with someone about that, which is why it ran late. So I was late getting into the store today. If any of you saw my notice on Facebook, I think Suzanne out there is usually really good at seeing those. We were definitely late today, but everything worked out. We didn't have anyone early in for classes, so didn't disappoint anyone. That's always my worry. And so, we had classes today, and I was at my other job yesterday. So Andrew talked to you all a little bit yesterday. So lots and lots of stuff going on here. I can't even keep up with it myself. So I'm not going to try and tell everyone what all is going on, but we try and keep you updated as much as we can. If you like what you see from us and you enjoy these videos, if you're on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. That'll really help. We're trying to get that subscriber count up to 1,000. They are showing ads on some of our other, not our lives, I don't think, but on our other Facebook or other YouTube videos. And if they're going to show ads, we would at least like to get some of that ad money ourselves. So we can't do that until we hit 1,000 people. So please subscribe if you're out there on YouTube. And if you're on Facebook, please hit that share button. And if you share publicly, if you set that share to public, that would mean the world to us, because that means more people could possibly see it. It branches out further than just your friends. And because your friends may, if you share often, your friends may be like, okay, we've seen this AG, this Allegory Gallery company enough. So if you hit that public, people who venture across your profile in any way might be able to see us. So we really appreciate that. And on both platforms, please hit the little bell. That'll let you know when we go live or when we release a new video. Let's see, I need to catch up with some chatting here with everyone out here. Let's see here. Suzanne says, love my bee. She's gotten some of those amber bees. So thank you so much for that. Hello, Nancy out there. Hello, Molly. Teresa, received my first mystery box. I hope you love it. That's the vintage mystery box, right? So the vintage mystery box, hopefully you love that. Let's see. Allie says, just got the email for mandatory masks here in Texas for schools. Yes, I think that's starting to come back around. Whether we like it or not, I think masks are going to be in our future. Yeah, I think that's just the way it's going to be. Molly says they have it for mandatories for schools in California. Whoops, comments just jumped. Sorry, everybody. Susan was learning to can today from a friend. Did beets last week, horseradish pickles, candied jalapenos, and jalapeno jelly today. Nice. I would love to learn. I used to can with my grandmother, but I was so young that I didn't really understand what all was going on, or I didn't understand the entire process, right? But I would love to be able to do that. I don't think we have the time to do it right now. But that's something I really wish I did, is canned more. I think I would enjoy it. Let's see. Fran says, hello, I'm subscribed. Thank you out there on YouTube, Fran, for subscribing. We really appreciate that. Let's see here. Yeah, you overtook us. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm losing track. If you can't tell, I'm a little bit mentally distracted today, only because I've been everywhere today. We've been up to Star Cottage Studio. We've been doing running around for classes here, teaching, and I just talked to our electrician today and wrote some checks for that. So it's been a wild day. I don't know about any of you, how your week's going out there. Let us know how your week is going. We do these videos, and if you're not used to watching us here, if you're on YouTube or just tuning in on Facebook for the first time, maybe, we like to chat. These videos are not just about selling things. Of course, we hope you like what we show you, and we hope you decide to purchase some if you do like them and can purchase them. But we also like to chat with you. We like to stay in touch with our community. The community, that big C word, community, is our driving focus, is to increase that community and to grow a great community that helps one another, that's informational, that's tutorial, that's just out there for supportive. So we do like to chat, and we like to know how you're doing and how your week's going. And I know not always do we get a chance to read every comment. I know that's not always possible, but we do try and reply to as many as we can in chat. Sometimes if you are replying to each other, we don't see them. So I'm sorry, we can't always see the whole context, so we don't know what you're saying. So it's good that you're chatting amongst each other, though, because we like that too. I think that's very important, because you are part of the community. And as I just said, we like community that's supportive and chatty and talks to each other and cares about each other. So that's always good to see. So let's see what else is everyone saying. Let's see here. Susan says we had you had people in to humanely evict the squirrels who were squatting in our attic. That's good. They may have liked it there, but they'll probably be better off in another location that's more suitable for squirrels, right? We're always, I'm one of those people, I will trap things and carry them outside in the house. I don't kill anything if I don't have to. And very rarely do I think you have to. Sometimes you mistakenly do or accidentally do, and that's sad. But even like gnats and and small little flies or flying creatures, I try to trap them and let them go, or just let them be in peace. So I definitely get it. Humanely is awesome, but sometimes creatures do not belong in certain areas, right? And they can overrun things, they can damage things, and we all need to live together, but maybe not together, right? So I do get that, but I'm glad you, of course, did it humanely. Let's see here. Molly says, daughter started back to high school this week. Have to get up early after we slept in all summer. I am not a fan of getting up early. As you know, Andrew and I do not have kids, and I can't imagine having kids and having to get up early. Although in my house growing up, generally my parents would wake up enough to wake us up and then go back to bed, because my mom worked the night shift, and sometimes my dad was around, sometimes he wasn't, as we've talked about in other videos. But yeah, my mom would come home from the night shift, and she would cook us pancakes or eggs or cream of wheat, if any of you eat cream of wheat, and various things for breakfast, and she'd put them in the refrigerator, and then we would heat them up in the microwave when we got up in the morning. So she didn't have to wake up after sleeping for just a few hours after her night shift. So we always knew there was something in the fridge waiting for us. So that was her way of not having to wake up. But one of them would wake us up and make sure we were up and moving and getting ready. And then we were on our own for the most part. Let's see here. Susan is finishing some earrings, so listening but can't comment too much. That's totally okay. We love it when people are working on stuff, right? Working on stuff. Let's see who else. Hello, Robin. Thank you for tuning in. Andrew says, I use a fly swatter. Andrew is not worried about necessarily making sure they make it outside in proper form, right? But I am. I try to, I try not to take away the life of any creature that has one is my goal most of the time. Susan says they were driving us nuts and the felines nuts, yes, with their noises. I can't even imagine having squirrels in the attic and having cats at the same time. They would go crazy. I know they would. Suzanne says, I draw the line with roaches. Yeah, I never like to see roaches. And that's, there are certain things, like we had carpenter bees at Star Cottage Studio. There are certain things that, like over there, we use some things that you just have to get rid of them, right? Don't like to do that necessarily, but there are times when you have to draw the line, and this is my house, and I don't need all of the insects like roaches and bees and wasps necessarily living with us, right? It's not always necessary. And sometimes you have to take extreme measures. So there are times, and I get that. Let's see. Molly agrees. Roaches, they die. You have a service who sprays every other month. And sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to. Definitely. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, boy, I just saw, oops, sorry. My comments are going wild over here. They're just like scrolling and backing up and scrolling again. So I'm trying to get through everything. Andrew says, sometimes I get cravings for cream of wheat. Yeah, and there was always the question, do you like your cream of wheat like chunky and thick, or do you like it runny and kind of soupy? I used to really like it soupy. And I think my brother I think he liked it more creamy. So we'd sometimes get one or the other, depending on how it turned out. And sometimes one of us was happy or not. Nancy loves cream of wheat, comfort food at its simplest. Yes. I've not had it as an adult, really. I don't think I've had it since, as an adult, high school, whether you consider that an adult yet. But I don't think I've had it, geez, probably not even in high school, probably not since elementary school, really. So yeah, I'd be interested to see if I still enjoyed it. Let's see. Diane agrees with the bugs, except spiders. Whole bets are off. See, spiders don't generally bother me. Sometimes they freak me out if they run really fast or jump. Then I just kind of get a little bit freaked out. But generally, if I see them coming, I'm generally okay with them. Let's see. Molly says, yes, I'm cooking for the hubby and making her lunch. 6:30 is too early. Yes, she stays up later and is semi-special needs, so I have to stay up with her. Yes, yes. Staying up late and getting up early doesn't work. Doesn't work. Maybe once or twice. No more than that, right? Not in a row. Anyway. Smokey has been climbing on tall things when he hears the squirrels. I bet. I bet. Scrolled again. Andrew, carpenter bees. Yes, we had to get rid of the carpenter bees. Oatmeal, my mom would make both, as well as cream of wheat, Molly says. Yeah, oatmeal is something that I came to later in life, really. We didn't really grow up eating oatmeal, which was strange because it's such an easy food. I mean, we'd have it once in a great while, but I didn't really eat oatmeal, I don't think, until probably I met Andrew, really, because he used to have oatmeal more often, and we'd have it. But yeah, it wasn't something I really had. Let's see. Teresa's working for an order for a store in Hawaii. 70 sea glass earrings and some pendants. That's awesome. That is awesome. I like to see people have, people being productive, but people also, being able to use their crafting and being profitable with it, hopefully. But we like to see that. Andrew says, we try to make the cream of wheat chunky. I never liked it that way. I always liked it runny, like soupy. I don't know why. I think it was a texture issue. I sometimes have texture issues with food, like Jell-O, cannot do it. Guacamole, cannot do it. Unless it's in something else and I can't actually tell what it is. But if I just scoop it and eat it, that texture, not so good. Not so good. Robin just had it last week. Nice. Okay. Well, there are, let's see. Oh, Fran says we would eat cream of wheat with Napolitan ice cream, which is, I've never had that combination. Never had that combination. That's interesting. I can't even imagine, but probably pretty good. Let's see here. There's a hot cereal from Bob's Red Meal brand that's kind of like cream of wheat that I make sometimes. I don't know when you make that, Andrew. I don't think I've ever had that. Let's see here. These comments is making me crazy. Every time I try and scroll, they go away. Okay, now you're craving cream of wheat. Nice, Molly says. Oh, Andrew says, I like them all. Oatmeal, cream of wheat, grits. It's like a hug from the inside. Grits, I'm not a fan of. Grits, I will say, I'm not a fan of. Molly loves guacamole. It's a texture issue. I don't mind the taste, but the whole avocado in general, and I'm better with guacamole than I am with just avocados. Sometimes I can get past the texture issue because it's more like a salsa or something on guacamole, but avocados, they seem like they should be hard, and they're not, and that's weird to me. It's just like, it's like eating butter or something. I can't do it. I can't do it. Susan's thrilled that it rained today. Yes, we had storms through here today. I was going to try and take pictures of the storms for you all. And I know I just did that, and that's going to be I'm sure that's going to be the thumbnail they choose for this video, because we don't choose the thumbnails. They're chosen by the app, and I just know that's probably going to be the thumbnail it chooses for me. It's usually the most unattractive and worst looking whatever face I make that gets to be the thumbnail. I think they do that on purpose. But it did rain today, and it rained quite a bit here. We had thunderstorms, and our little cat Gilbert is probably under the bed right now, but it was actually very nice to get some rain. I mowed the grass yesterday. It rained a little bit yesterday. So when I came home from my other job, I mowed the grass so that, because I knew it was supposed to rain later this week. And so our grass really needed some water. And I didn't want to mow it unless it was going to definitely rain. So I finally mowed the grass yesterday. Our neighbors are probably like, why don't they mow their grass? But we don't want to burn it out if it's not going to rain. So that's that. So I'm glad it rained too. Diane said Chris, her husband, is like that. He will eat apples, but not apple pie because apples aren't supposed to be soft. See? See, some people, I get it. Let's see here. I can't do guacamole or mayo. Susan, I love mayo though, I have to say, but I like Miracle Whip better. We were a Miracle Whip family in our house. So growing up, we had Miracle Whip. My grandmother had Miracle Whip on my mom's side. When we would go to my grandmother on my dad's side, we had mayo. And I really didn't have a lot of mayo until I got older and really, kind of not learned the difference. I knew there was a difference, but learned that there's definitely a place for mayo instead of Miracle Whip because we use Miracle Whip on almost everything except salads. And it's a salad dressing. It was the weirdest thing. I had a friend in high school who used Miracle Whip as a salad dressing because it technically is. That's on the side of the bottle. But I never used it for salad dressing. To this day, I've never used Miracle Whip for salad dressing. So how about that? Molly says we are chatty today. We are chatty today. Andrew said I could eat guacamole and chips for a meal. Salsa and chips, yes. Guacamole, maybe if it were really good. I've had some good guacamoles, I have to say. Avocado on toast is delicious. Maybe I could eat it that way. I don't know. It doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right to me. Maybe if I took it and like smashed it, like some people just cut it out and leave the slices on the toast. But maybe if I just smashed it down and knew it was not a solid, it didn't look like a solid, maybe I could deal with it. Let's see here. Anders says when they were in San Francisco, he had so much avocado on toast, feasted like kings. Good for you. I'm glad I missed that. I have to say it's the one thing I'm not sad that I missed. Gilbert is sitting on Andrew's lap. Nice. He needs the attention, I'm sure, with all the storms that just came through. He's a very anxious little boy, and not so little anymore. He's a pretty big man right now, but he still does not like thunder and fireworks. He's definitely our little child who will run under the bed. Molly apparently does not like Miracle Whip. Andrew says, didn't like mayo when I was younger. Now I'm okay with it, especially the Japanese one with baby on it. I don't know which one that is. So yeah. So we've been talking about food today. We've been, I think it's fun. I like getting into these conversations because, they're not what you expect. And I like that. We do so much for our business, thinking about our business all the time, thinking, what can we do next? What should we do next? From these lives, just trying to think of what I'm going to do for the live for the day, to what kind of things are we going to stock next, to what are we going to put in the online store? What kind of events are we going to have? Are we going to reopen? Are we going to not reopen? Like, there's so much thinking that we do for the business that just sitting down and having these conversations that necessarily aren't business, that they kind of branch out, is really refreshing. And we hope you like them too. I think that's why we have a certain group of people who are always here. I think you do like them, and we appreciate that. So, yeah, Cynthia says, I like watching your lives. Thank you, Cynthia. We like watching yours when you do them. Hopefully you'll do more. I think it's great to see your process and things. We always enjoy that. And yeah, I think it's just, people are people. And I don't like when I watch something and somebody just jumps online and they're like, hey, everybody, let's sell you this. Sell this to you, sell you this, whichever way you say it. But I think it's kind of impersonal. And I think, it's business, and you come to a business page expecting business. So you can't really knock them for that. But I think it's just so impersonal, and I really prefer to get to know you all and chat with you all and have these, like, who knew we were going to talk about avocados and Miracle Whip and mayonnaise today, right? I didn't think we were going to get into that. I thought it was going to be a short introduction, and then we get into showing you the cards and art prints. But that is not necessarily what happened, right? And that's okay, and I like that. It always adds a bit of interest to our day, I think. So let's see here. Andrew says, the mayo is called Kewpie, and my friend Jen Tong, who has an account on Instagram of what she eats, introduced it to me. I don't think I've ever had that. If I did, I didn't know. If I did, I didn't know. Cynthia says, I feel like I always have some technical difficulties and then I feel awkward. I love it when it just works out and I can just share what we were doing. Yeah, you know, I think technical difficulties, like knock on wood, thankfully I'm pretty good with tech stuff, but also they happen, right? And the worst case scenario, like if we had to have technical difficulties right now and this stream ended, the worst case scenario is we just chatted about mayonnaise and avocados, and that's not so bad, right? And squirrels and carpenter bees. And that's not the worst thing that could happen, right? So if it's something that's super, you know, like when we have the Great Beet Extravaganza and you have this amount of time, and that gets a little nerve-wracking. And if you mess that up, that you feel it. But these lives that we do every day, I think things happen. And if they happen, you all understand, we'll be back tomorrow with hopefully a better stream or a better live, right? But I think I guess my point is for Cynthia especially, and for any of you out there who are a little bit timid of it or worried about it, don't worry. We like to see the process. Those people who are watching are supporters. And that's what it comes down to. You know, we have a number of followers here on Facebook and likes and all that, and on YouTube. But the majority of those people, the majority of people who watch these are supporters. They want to support you. They want to support us. You all want to support us. And if you are doing these videos, the people on your page really want to support you. I know, you know, behind the scenes, we talk about this sometimes. Behind the scenes in business, it can be a little bit ruthless. You know, people can get angry about the smallest things that you never think about. You can get emails or messages daily about what you're doing wrong. And that happens, and it's going to happen. But at the same point, like I said, on these lives, people, I hope you all want to see these, and I hope you don't mind when things mess up, because, you know, most of it's out of our control, and most people understand that and know that, I think. So Cynthia, if I had anything to say to you, I would say just do it, because I love seeing your process. It wasn't until just a few years ago that I actually understood how you actually do everything and how it actually comes together in the end, because I had never actually seen it until I think when we did that YouTube, when Candy was down there, and we each filmed those for YouTube and stuff. That's when I actually finally saw how everything worked. So I think it's really cool to see that kind of stuff. Molly says, I like to chat and talk to people. I am chatty. Me too sometimes. Sometimes I can be. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Susan says, we don't mind technical problems. We understand. Andrew says, sometimes I don't tell you about the things you eat. See? Sometimes I don't even know what I'm eating. Everyone, how's that? Let's see. Molly's saying to Cynthia, your lives and especially your inspiration posts are great. I think so too. I love, you know, I really like seeing when you're all out in the woods or when you're all, you know, showing something from nature. I think that's something that sets your business apart from a lot of other businesses that we actually, and that's the thing about a small business too, is you get to see the family or the people behind it a lot of times. And I think that's really interesting, and I think it's important, and I think it's great. Andrew says, Cynthia, we need to get you a signal booster. Yes, that is one thing. Next visit, when we come down there, I want to work with you all and get you a better Wi-Fi signal throughout your house, because I think that's one of your major issues for signal loss, unless you've already done that, because maybe you have. Oh, Harry's joined in. Thank you, Harry, for joining in. And let's see. to get messages of people telling me to up my production quality. And see, that's the thing too. Some people don't understand. So we're streaming this. We stream sometimes through Facebook directly, but now I'm using, Andrew generally doesn't, but I'm using this other company that streams to Facebook, multiple destinations. So I can stream on our Allegory Gallery page. I'm now streaming this to my personal page as well. And we can stream to YouTube at the same time. When you do this, sometimes the quality is a little bit lower, just because it takes a lot to stream to all those platforms and all that good stuff. But also, it streams in 720p because most of the time, Facebook only allows people to stream in 720. And that's a fairly low resolution. But of course, Facebook is hosting probably millions and millions of videos. So when we stream, it streams in 720. So that's what this company uses. Now, when we put things on YouTube, generally we film for YouTube in 4K. So our tutorials that we were doing, when we were doing around the towns that were just filmed first and not live, we were doing those in 4K. So there is a different look and feel to the video when you stream versus when you take the video and then upload it later. And so some people don't realize that. And so when you're watching these, if you're watching these on YouTube, you're like, because I increased it, we watch them on our TV. So whenever we put them on our TV, which our TV is only 1080p, but when we put them on our TV, it looks like, why am I doing this? But that's because Facebook has a limit of 720p on streaming. And actually, I'm not 100% sure that YouTube has a higher limit on streaming live. It's when you upload, you can upload in a better quality. So people sometimes say up your production quality or your videos. We've had some comments about these videos not being as high quality. And that's just because that's the limitation that the platform set. We're not filming these and then uploading them later, which would give us a higher quality. But we think it's important to get out there to talk to you. We like to talk to you live. I prefer to do this live than filming them and uploading them because we get to actually hang out with you and see comments and all that good stuff. Instead of, just uploading and reading your comments later, but a lot of people won't comment later. But when we do tutorials and something that's going to be, something that is self-contained and I don't have to look after it for, looking for like postcards, which we're going to talk about soon. And I don't have to keep track of what people may be commenting on or trying to purchase from us. So then we upload them, and we upload them in like 4K if we can. We film them in 4K. So yeah, people talk about things sometimes, production quality and all that, and the quality of the videos. And really, some of that is out of our control. If I could stream to you in 4K, I would do that. We would be doing that. I would not be choosing to stream to you in 720p if I didn't have to, but we have to with this. So that's what some people they don't always get it. If you don't do it and you don't understand the technology behind it, sometimes you don't understand that we are doing as much as we can do. The other choice is to film these and then push them out to each medium separately and then wait for your comments and hope you comment. But it would be a lot more boring to me because I wouldn't be actually having conversations. I would just be showing you stuff and being done. Like we talked about earlier, how I don't like that. I don't like how it's just go on, sell stuff and leave. If we were going to do that, then we would film them beforehand in much better quality. But I like chatting with you all, so that's why we do that. Your friend got attacked on his Instagram page by a professional photographer for his work. That happens. That happens a lot. People just don't understand. People just don't. Cynthia says, I get it. Folks are used to more professional looking videos. I shot videos for Craftsy and Craft Daily, and the equipment was insane. Lights, camera. I'm just using my phone. And that's really what it is. We are using our phones. If we were doing this, if we weren't going live, because there are, like I talked about, there are limitations to the live platforms, and some people don't understand that or don't even know that is a thing, and it is a thing. We can't go higher than 720p on Facebook. it's impossible unless you are a very select group that Facebook has chosen to upload in 1080. And that's not even a ton better. But so Facebook doesn't do 4K and YouTube doesn't stream in 4K. So the best you can do during the live is 720p, at least when you're trying to do everywhere. So that's what we do. And yeah, if we were, like I said, when we film our tutorials, we get the lights out, we get multiple cameras, multiple phones even. We have a store phone, we have my phone, and we usually film the tutorial at 4K on multiple cameras, multiple phones, and then I go through and piece them together in a video editing software and adjust the sound, and adjust the lighting and all that stuff. And that's why the tutorials take so long for me to get out, because it's just a lot of work to do that more professionally. But when you're streaming, I think people have to, understand that it is what it is sometimes, right? Andrew says, I say if they want better production setup, show me the money, invest 10K and I'll buy all the bells and whistles, right? I mean, we have, excuse me, we have some nice stuff to film with. We have cameras, we have lighting stuff, mostly stuff that I've asked for my family for my birthdays, or they say, what do you want for your birthday? Oh, I want lights for our filming setup. So that's the kind of things. I want an external hard drive so that I can store our video tutorials on it. It's that kind of stuff. So, and we do invest in that stuff, but some of it is nearly completely useless for these live streams and things like that. So Cynthia says, yeah, I'd hire a videographer, right? Cynthia says it's also really stressful, especially if you see there's loads of people watching. It can be. Here we get between, like, we're at 15 people only right now, 15 to 30 or 40 or so people. When we're on the Great Beat Extravaganza and go to 300, 400, 500 people watching. I guess that's just a practice makes perfect for me personally. I used to be very timid about going live, and sometimes I still am if it's out of nowhere. But if I kind of have it in my head that I'm going to do it that day, and I give myself, I need that psych up time a little bit. I need time to get myself psyched up, and that's for everything. Ask Andrew. You asked me to do something at the last minute. I'm probably going to say no because I'm just not good at it. I kind of need that mental time to prepare mentally for what's going to happen and what I'm going to do. And I think that's part of having anxiety, is just that you can't do things at the drop of a hat. It's not in my nature to do that. So when we see loads of people watching, it can be intimidating, I guess. But we've done so many of these that I feel like I'm just talking to friends, and I am in these cases. And if you are tuning in to watch me talk or watch Andrew and I talk, generally we hope it's because you want to see what we have to say and you actually want to watch. So that makes it a lot easier, I think. Let's see here. Barbara says, hi, everyone, just a little late. Hello, Barbara. We are just chatting. We have not even actually gotten to the materials yet. So yeah, we're getting there. We're going to get to the actual postcards and things very soon. Andrew says, we need to hire out the video work, just work on developing content. That would be nice. That would be nice. I kind of enjoy editing and doing that kind of stuff and setting up the angles and all that kind of stuff, but only when you actually have the time. And as small business owners, we rarely have that kind of time. Okay, let's see here. All right. Barbara says, I love the chat part. Me too. That's what we've been talking about mostly, is the chat part and what we do. And we've talked about squirrels and mayonnaise and cream of wheat, or cocoa wheats. And yeah, so yeah, we've talked about a lot. So if you missed it and you want to hear the chatting part, please watch the rewatch once we're done. It'll be under the live tab here on both, actually. On Facebook, it's under our live tab, and on YouTube. If you go to the video section, it should be under the live tab as well. We have a number of those now on the live tab on YouTube. Cynthia says, "You're a natural, William. You have great presence and speaking voice." Thank you. I just try. I do what I do. Hopefully people like it. But thank you. And I'm going to call it right there as far as chatting for now. I mean, you can keep chatting. We'll keep chatting, but I'm going to start showing things while we chat now instead of just chatting. How about that? Ooh, Andrew says, "Doesn't Chinese sound good for dinner?" It does. Yes, I think I'll be heading to the next town over to grab some Chinese after this, because that sounds really, really. What am I doing to my hair? This camera is backwards, so I know which way my hair normally goes, but when I'm looking on camera, I can't tell. It's really strange because it flips it so that if you're reading something, that I really like. This program that I'm using, if you have something and you're trying to show it, the camera is actually lets you read it. It's not backwards like it is for the Facebook videos, but it is backwards. Like I'm leaning this the other way, and it feels, I don't know, it's backwards. It's mirrored, right? Let's see here. Harry says, "My cats have gathered to listen and watch you." Nice. I love cats, and I think cats love me. I have to say. Even when I was a baby sleeping in the crib, we had a cat, a black cat, I believe. And I don't know the name of the cat. And I've asked my mom and she can't remember. We've had a lot of animals. But that cat she told me, would every night jump in the crib and just sleep with me. So I have always, even from a baby, before I could remember, I've always had a connection with cats. And I love cats. We've also had dogs too. And I was very close to the dogs we had generally. But cats have always been in my heart. Let's see here. What's everybody else saying? Let's go. See, I was going to get into showing, and then I said I'm not. I tell William that he's hot like a sexy anchor man. Oh my goodness. Let's not get into that. Yes, William and Andrew, you are awesome. Keep doing what you do. And send some Chinese my way. Nice. Nice. Andrew, yeah, we're using StreamYard. That's what we use here right now. And Andrew says, "I always feel cross-eyed when I'm on it." The camera's over here somewhere. See, when I point to it, it actually goes right in the middle, which is, I'm pointing to the end of my phone. So I got to remember to look there. So I'm looking at you all out there. And that's what I try and do. But if you look over at like right now, I'm looking at me and I'm not looking straight ahead. But if I look here, I'm looking straight ahead. So I got to stop looking at myself and look at you all. I try to do that as much as I can. Okay, you are not catching the boy. Everyone's just tuning in now. Keep tuning in, everyone, because we haven't even gotten started. We've just gotten the chat. From now on, I think I'm going to chat for at least 30 to 40 minutes before every video, because now people are starting to tune in. Our numbers are going up. So no, you have not caught the tail end. You have caught just the beginning, close to, not even the beginning of showing stuff yet, but the tail end of our chat time. Maybe. Probably keep chatting. Been nursing a broken toe. That's awful, Kay. I don't like that. I thought I broke my toe a few months ago, and I may have, but I know it was my little toe, and I know they do nothing for that, so I just, kept it going. But so I know the pain, kind of, because I wasn't sure if it was broken, but it hurt for weeks and weeks. Barbara says, "My cat is 15. I love him." That's sweet. We love cats. Love them. Love them. Let's see. Let's see what else is saying. Cindy says, "I never know where to look when you're doing lives." That's the thing. Like, you want to look at yourself because you want to make sure, like, just naturally, I think as people, when we see ourselves, especially if we're trying to present something, we want to look at ourselves. But if we look at ourselves like I am now, see, my eyes don't look at you. Now my eyes look at you, right? I hope. I can't see it at the same time. But yeah, you have to just look at the camera and pretend that the camera are people, which is not easy. Not easy at all sometimes. And now when I look over here like this, I'm reading comments. So that's why I go that way. Let's see. Kay is trying to adopt a ragdoll cat from an elderly woman who takes her cat to the same groomer as I take my dog to. Nice. Nice. Ragdolls are so pretty, Molly says. They are. It's the toe next to the little toe. Kay is having a problem. Called my son-in-law. I said, medic in the armed service and helped me fix it up. Said the same, the doctor wouldn't be able to do anything else. Exactly. So I've had a number of people in my life who've broken toes, and unless it's like the big toe, which even then sometimes, but generally they won't do much for it. So yeah, I get it. So I hope you feel better, Kay, soon. All right, let's actually get this started. As I tell everyone, this setup takes me a few more seconds to switch cameras than the other way, than our other streaming. And look at that. See, Andrew, look. Andrew, I think, was talking about this. We talked about this a little bit on our progress report for Star Cottage Studio. So if you did not see that, you can head on over to the Star Cottage Studio Facebook page and check out the progress report, or this page, actually. I think we streamed it on both. That's the wonderful thing about this multi-streaming. We got it on both pages, so if you want to check that out and see the latest updates to our Star Cottage Studio, you can do that. But we got a rototiller. So it just came in today. So we're going to be rototilling flower beds like crazy once this rain stops. All right. So let's see here. What am I going to start with? What should I start with? Let's start with these, because now many of you may know, some of you may not know if you're new. Andrew has a Society 6 page. What's Society 6, you ask? Well, that is one of those printing companies, right? So Andrew makes designs, and through Society 6, we can put them on shower curtains and postcards and blankets, comforters, wall art, credenzas, stools, lots of things that his art can go on. And he has a Society 6 page. You can reach it by going to agbeads.com/society6. Now you have to do that all in lowercase, or else it takes you to our website. So if you go to our website, you've missed it. You've gotten it wrong. But if you go to agbeads.com/society6, that'll take you to Andrew's collection. And you can see all of the many, many things that he has out there. Now, some of these cards that I'm going to show you coming up now are from this Society 6 page, and we ordered some in just to have some in the store. This is the first one. So this is a card. They are blank inside. It comes with an envelope. So you get the card and the envelope, and this is Andrew's artwork. Some of you may remember this from the original. We no longer have the original, but we have these. And we retain the rights, of course, when we sell originals to print prints. We do not give those rights away. So there you have this one. And this card is $4.75 if you'd like one of those. And I know this is going to be a little bit tricky because we have cellophane on these to protect them. But the light in here is overhead. So see, that lighting would come in handy right now, wouldn't it? The lighting that I said we don't really deal with on these, right? So let's see here. Let's see. I turned away from the comments here, and we just got a lot of them catching up. My rototiller, Andrew says. Yes, it is in print on demand. That's Society 6 is print on demand that works mostly with artists. Suzanne says, yes, bedspreads, they do. Mugs from Society 6. Use mine every day for coffee. Thank you so much, Molly. I bought a bag with one of his designs. My daughter loves it. Thank you so much. Do they do rugs in Society 6? I think so, but don't quote me on that because they're introducing new things all the time. And I thought I saw them, but they might be like smaller mats. I don't know that they're large rugs. But you can check that out if you go over to the link there. Susan says, my phone went dead during Star Cottage video. I wish I would have known about a rototiller. I have. one that you are more than welcome to use. Well, thank you so much, Susan. We do appreciate it. But, you know, if we can get one of our own, we always prefer that, because if something would happen to somebody else's, we would feel awful. But and we're going to be using it a lot. So, but we do appreciate that. Cynthia says, Society 6, I was surprised by how good the print quality is. I bought a wall hanging, tote bags, and cards. Very good detail. The bags haven't faded either. Yes, Andrew has had one of these bags, and I think maybe Cynthia got it for him, that we have tested for years before we actually introduced anything on Society 6 to make sure that the quality would hold up. You know, here at, I'm going to do a plug, here at Allegory Gallery, we are always about quality. Whether that's gemstones, whether that's prints or cards that we do, we want everything to be quality for you. That's one of the most important things for us. See, Andrew said, yes, Cynthia, still use the one you gave me every day. Yep, that was Cynthia. Yes, Andrew has abstracts out there. He has landscapes, like abstract landscapes, crystals, his original artwork, his Who's Ready is out there in mug form if you'd like to grab that too. You can get phone cases. We actually have, this is the store phone, and this is the phone case I have on it right now. This is the Krampus that Andrew did, which actually, let me see, we actually have in card form too. So there's the Krampus in a phone case. This is an iPhone 10, and this is the card. Okay, so these are two of the cards. We have La Befana from Italy. These were part of his holiday collection. There's also the Icelandic cat, which I cannot pronounce its name because it's in Icelandic. But there's also that one out there, I believe. And I think the Sugar Plum Fairy is also done in card form. So these are from his holiday collection, various holiday myths or legends around the world. And then he did a series of crows. And these are two of the crow cards and prints that you can get. You can get these on bags, lots of stuff on Society 6, mugs, bags. I think they have like tumblers, like not quite, you know, what do you call them? Water bottles. People call them water bottles, but they're not really water bottles, but I think you can do that too. Lots of great stuff. So check out his Society 6 page. Society 6 does make it a little bit difficult to navigate to find like the artist's whole collection. So that's why if you go to our agbeads.com/society6, that is just a link that we've created that will take you directly to his page. And also if you use that link, I believe we also get a little extra kickback. I think I built that in on each sale. So we would appreciate that. Paula says, yay, La Befana. Yes. La Befana. All right. So those are the cards from Andrew's Society 6 page. Now, next up, these are going to be postcards from a Russian artist. And we love them. If you love crystals and things like that, you're going to love these. Now, these are truly postcards, as you can see. This is stamp here, right here, the address, and write your little message here. Watercolor crystal citrine stone, they're all named here. And they're not cards. They're not folding cards, right, or greeting cards. These are postcards. So here's a postcard. And these are all going to be $3.50 each. Andrew found this great Russian artist that does these. We love them. Hopefully you will too. They're just fun. If you like to write letters, we talked about this when we went over to Georgia's Stationery. If you missed that Around the Town episode with us, you can go to facebook.com/AG Around the Town, and you can check that out. We did that, and we talked with people on there about, do you still like to write postcards and things? So these are great if you do. We found out a lot of our people do. Here's another one. I'm going to go through these fairly quickly because there are a number of them. But I should say, which I don't think I did at the beginning, if you would like anything from this video, we've been chatting so much, I forgot to tell you how you can purchase. If you are on Facebook, just send us a message here on Facebook. If you go to the info section of our Allegory Gallery page, there's a link to message us in the info section or the About Us section. And you can hit that link to message us. If you are on YouTube, you can go ahead and send us an email. And I'll throw that up here really quickly. You can send us an email. Even if you're on Facebook, you can send us an email, info@allegorygallery.com. And the best thing to do, which I'm telling you late, but you can take a screenshot. If you take a screenshot of this video and send it to us, that makes it much easier than you saying, oh, I'd like the blue crystal postcard, because we're going to have a lot of blue crystal postcards, as you can see. So if you can take a screenshot, that's perfect. Send us that screenshot in the message to Facebook or the email, and then we can get it to you. We can see if we still have it left. We do take everything in the order that it arrives. So emails are time-stamped, Facebook messages are time-stamped. So we can make sure that if you were the first to ask for it and there's only one, that you actually get it. I'm very conscious of that. You know, I want everything to be as fair as possible. So if you were the first to claim, you were the first to get it. All right. These are not sets of postcards, Paula. Paula's asking if they are sets. They are not. These are individual postcards, and they are $3.50 each. I love, love, love this one because this is, you know, labradorite. It was originally colored pencil, labradorite. Andrew says, bringing a fancy camera down when next time we go with Cynthia to take pictures. Yes, 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 yes. Love these. Really love these. Of course, they call it a chakra hematite. Looks like black tourmaline to me a little bit, but hematite. They are pretty real looking, Harry. Harry said they're very real looking. They are. They're really, really cool. I like them a lot. Did I show this one earlier? Yes, I did. Never mind. I just grabbed these from the wall. I was grabbing them at random. Now there's your black tourmaline, right? Janice is with us. She just woke up from a nap. Welcome, Janice. I need a nap today. Definitely could use a nap myself, but I think I'm heading over to the next town over to grab some delicious Chinese food for dinner because Andrew mentioned it, and I've actually been craving it for a number of days on and off. You know, you don't always think about it from one day to the next, but it sounds really, really good. Then I'll maybe take a nap. We'll see. If I take a nap that late, then by that point, I will probably be wide awake all night. So I better not. I love this one with the watermelon tourmaline. And another, they're calling this rainbow gemstone, but I think this is another labradorite. Andrew says, I lost weight during my workshop, so I have to do my best to pack it back on. I am trying to lose the weight. I've been running a little bit. You know, we talked about in my little Let's Chat video, the last Let's Chat video, and some of you out there took me up on my offer. I want to start this thing called William Tries, where I try new things, you know, and just let myself fail if I'm going to fail, or, you know, not care so much. And Suzanne out there, if you're still out there, did a really cool piece with some resin and jewelry and trying that out. I made some earrings, and I have started trying to exercise more. And so I'm trying to do a little bit of exercise at least every other day. They always say you should let your body rest, I guess. So I'm trying to do something every other day. I've started running a little bit and doing some, resistance band kind of workouts with my arms and legs because, I've always wanted to be better in shape and I never have been. When I was young, I was very, very skinny, exceptionally skinny. And then as I got older, once I hit, I say, what is it, 37 and a half or so, I started gaining weight, which I had never gained weight in my life. But I am up probably 35 to 40 pounds from where I would like to be and where I have been most of my life. So I would like to lose some of that again. So that's what I'm trying to do. William tries to exercise a little more. That's kind of my first step in my William tries vision and journey. Let's see here. What's everyone talking about? Chinese food sounds good. You guys are in tune for what to have for dinner. Yes, it's always good, right? When you're in tune. Was it Kay? Kay and Molly are loving sushi in here. Susan says you need to lose weight. You're silly. You would think so, but I am not so silly because I can feel the weight. I'm almost 200 pounds, which is a bit much. All my life, I was pretty much 155. I would like to be 165, 170. That would be okay, especially if it were more muscles. I'm trying to work out more. So these are from a wonderful person named Hannah Willow, and she is in the UK. These are $4.50 each. These are greeting cards. They are blank inside, but they have these beautiful, beautiful scenes. And supposedly these are scenes like outside of her window, which is amazing to me. But you can actually see these are prints made from originals. And in some of these, you can kind of see the canvas kind of poking through, which I love. I love that. Let's see here. What's going on? Just lost my place again. Molly says, I'm going to go walking next week when my daughter goes to school. Yes, walking is good for you. Anne Schroeder loves the Hannah Willow cards. I know she's purchased a number of these from us. Thank you so much, Anne. I'm glad you love them. We have just these few left. We have to get more of these. Getting older doesn't help with weight issues. That is for certain. I'm not going to fight you on that one because that is the truth. As I've gotten older, it's been a lot harder to keep the weight off. Of course, I've also gotten more sedentary in a lot of ways. So I've found here that as I'm doing more running or jogging, the weight is coming off fairly quickly. But it also reapplies itself very quickly if I stop. So it's definitely, I think, an age thing. Let's see. Andrew, listen to him. He's being sneaky. He's using myself against me to get more classes out into his life. He says, you're inspiring me. I'm going to try to go as many workshops as possible, right? Uh-huh. That's how I inspire him. See that? Harry works out on the elliptical machine for 30 minutes, but I weigh 260. Yeah, I think it's good. I think we forget to exercise sometimes. And I just remembered I need to exercise and walk across this store here. One quick second. So it wasn't that much exercise. It was just a few steps, but I forgot some things over there. But yeah, I think exercise, no matter what age, if you can do some, no matter what, keeping our bodies moving is good. I always feel better after I do it. I always also don't want to do it when I start, but I do feel better afterwards. See, my daughter has that wall mirror that links up with exercises and yoga, and you can join with instructors. Fancy. That's fancy stuff. I don't know where in our house we would ever put one of those because our house is wild right now. But I think it's such a cool thing. Oops, I lost track of everything. Andrew says I had to do a photo shoot the other day that was disheartening because none of my clothes fit. I mostly wear loose t-shirts and shorts with stretchy waists. It's true, we do. That's kind of how we dress at home, like kind of pajama wear pretty much. Janice says, I have an autoimmune neuromuscular disease where my muscles get weak the more I use them, which doesn't help with weight gain. I'm sorry about that, Janice. That is, my family has a lot of different autoimmune stuff, and it can be really, really hard to deal with. It doesn't let you do the kind of things you want to do all the time. All right, so next up we have some prints by Andrew. First I'm going to start with these ones. Now these are prints, but Andrew has on each one added some glitter and sometimes makes some little drawing or adds to them. So they're not just prints, they're a little bit hand embellished in some ways. And these are a numbered series. So this one particularly is 12 out of 20. We still do have a number of them over there. I don't know what the lowest number or the highest number is, obviously 20. I don't know what's left, but this one that I just grabbed is 12 out of 20, and these are $6. This was the Magic Hour limited edition print. And then we have this Magic Hour print that is hand embellished. You can see the glitter in the stars again, and some of the dabs around here. And this is, for example, 6 out of 20. These are from 2019. And they're all signed by Andrew and numbered. And we have some of that one available, the rabbit and the unicorn. That's going to be hard to see. Sorry about that. And then we have the snake here, which is, again, hand embellished in certain areas. And this one, for example, is 7 out of 20. So those are the three of those hand embellished ones that we have, the limited edition prints that are signed by Andrew and numbered. Okay, so those are available if you'd like any of those. And we have prints of this, which we also have the original still available. I believe it's $750 for the original on this one. But we also have these smaller prints for $8 if you're interested in that. These are not a limited edition. They are not hand embellished. I do believe, let me open this. I do believe they are still signed, but let me check just to make sure. Andrew generally signs most of his prints. They are. You can see they're signed. So most of his prints are generally signed. Put this back in cellophane. So if you want one of those, they are available, $8 each. And we also have the Phoenix. Excuse me. And those are signed. That is $8 each, but not hand embellished. And really the hand embellished ones are only $6, right? So those came out before we got a better deal on paper and printing on those. So sometimes that happens, right? And now we have, and Andrew's going to have to help me. I can't remember off the top of my head the name of this series. But we have these. And these were something spirit or spirit something, I think. But Andrew can let us know. So these are available. These are prints. They are $8 each, but they are not hand embellished, but they are signed. Dream Spirits, that's what they're called. Andrew's Dream Spirit Collection. And there are a number of them. So let me kind of get them out here for you. Try and get you fairly up close so you can see. Dream Spirits by Andrew Thornton. I like this one a lot. I also like that one. I like that one. Like that one. I like them all. I think they're just really cool. That one I did. Here's kind of like a mermaid one. Looks very happy. And I do believe, I think Andrew's right, I think there are a very few originals of some of these left. Not many. Let me just make sure if I got all of these. I don't think I did this one. I really, really like this one. I love that moon in the background. And again, these were all based on originals. I believe some of the originals are left. Maybe I'll go out and take a look. I think this is the last one of these. Let me go out in the store floor and see if there are any originals. One moment. Stay tuned. Okay, I wasn't going to do originals because I didn't put that in the title of this video, but let's take a look anyway, in case any of you are interested. Here's an original. And I don't think we actually did a print of that one. I'm just looking really quickly. I don't think we did a print of that one. And these are 45, and they're signed and dated by Andrew. Kay said, I just ordered that 4x6 rug off Society 6 in dark rainbow for my art space. Thank you so much, Kay. We really appreciate it. If any of you out there would like to also order, you can check out agbeads.com/society6. I love the dark rainbow. That's one of my favorites. Andrew says he's going to release some new crow paintings to fund some of the developments at Star Cottage Studio and get some new tools. Andrew needs new tools for working. And says, I love the gold accents on the dream spirits. Yes, me too. Me too. All right, the next original piece is this one, which I'm trying to see. Most of these originals we have left, we never did prints of, it looks like, yet. So there you go, right? We only selected a few of that series to do prints of. So there is that. Again, $45, only one because these are the original. And let's see here. So here is the original of this and the print. I love how the gold comes out. More of the green comes out in the original than on the print. But some of the redder tones that are in here come out a little bit more on the print too. So you can see these reds are all in here, but they're just coming out more on the print than on the original. And we have this one as well. This is an original. And the originals are, again, $45, signed and dated. All right, so those are the original Dream Spirits that we have left. And since someone mentioned loving the Phoenix, we have a few Phoenix originals left if you're interested. These are $65 from the Phoenix series. They were done in 2019 as well, and they are signed and dated. So this is one of the Phoenix that are left. And this is the other one that is left. I don't know why these are still here. The rest of the Phoenix series sold out very quickly. We just have these two left. And they're $65 each. All right. Okay. Then, while I was out getting originals, I also saw these. So these are $25. These were done in 2018, I think, all of them. This one is 2017. So let's just start with these. These are hand made original art by Andrew from 2018. Skull dollies, I believe these were. Teresa, just like any other time you would order from us, just send us a message or send us an email with a screenshot of what you would like. Super easy. Ordering is always the same no matter how we broadcast. You're welcome. And this last one is not a skull, it has a face. Look at that face. It has a face. And 25 for that one as well. So yeah, I don't know why we have the phoenixes. People were talking about those. We sold, I don't know how many phoenix paintings he did. Was it 8 or 10 that you did? We have 2 left. Just these 2. I don't know why. I think they're very, I like them a lot. I think they're very personable, but they're still here. They're still here for some reason. Okay, you thought we were done, didn't you? We're not. We're not done yet. Not yet. So next up, our friend Christy Friesen, which many of you may know from the TGBE, or just because she is a polymer clay guru. We have some greeting cards from Christy as well. So, you know, she makes these little critters, and these are some of her critters done in postcard form. These are $3.50 each. So we have this one, we have this one, and I will say we do only have one of each of these. So if you like it, please take a screenshot, send it to us in a message. If you're on Facebook, you can go to our About section, and there's a link to message us there. Or if you are on YouTube watching us, you can send us an email. You can send us an email either way. We'll still check for that. But Facebook Messenger is where we collect most of our things, since we're mostly on Facebook. So that's the easiest way if you are already on Facebook. And just send us a screenshot. Take a screenshot of what you're seeing and what you want. And that'll be the easiest way, because then I don't have to go through this video. If somebody says, it's the 4th original piece of artwork you showed of Andrew's, I'll have no clue. So even if you say it's the Phoenix, we showed about 3 Phoenixes today. So it's always helpful if you can grab a screenshot. All right, so those are the cards from Christy Friesen. They are blank inside. They come with an envelope, and they are $3.50 each. And last, I think, yes, last but not least, is our collection of cards from Stephanie Law. And these have beautiful scenes from nature that she has drawn or painted. Lovely. I love these, especially because kind of the back always shows another view, whether it's as it's dying or decaying, or as it's in full bloom. But I think they're really, really cool. And these are $4 each. And I don't know if I said they are blank inside, and they do come with an envelope. Banksia Pod. I think this is yeah, Air Potato. Andrew said she mostly works in watercolor. So these are mostly watercolors originally turned into cards. Rose. Hawthorne is up next. And I've been talking so much to you all today that my phone battery is dying. So we're going to have to wrap this up. We're almost at the end anyway. And then she did some insects. So this is a cicada. For all of you out there who are probably dealing with cicadas, or maybe you're not and you miss them. Here's a cicada. And here's a scarab beetle. Just really cool cards. So that's that. That is that. So let me go ahead. I'm going to adjust this again. I'm going to flip this up. Look at all that stuff we went over today over there. And let me flip this camera around really quickly, hopefully, at least fairly quickly. I wish they made this a little bit more intuitive to do, but we'll make it work, right? There we go. We're back. So that was mostly chatting with you all today and a little bit of showing you stuff, but I hope you like what we showed. There's stuff from Andrew here, originals, there's prints, there's stuff from his Society 6 page. I'm going to throw that link right back up there again in case you'd like to grab any of those. We have cards from Hannah Willow, cards from Stephanie Law, and cards from our Russian artist, and I'm probably going to botch the name, Elena Solonshikova, something like that. Sorry, if I messed that up. But so lots of wonderful cards and postcards and things like that. So I know a lot of you out there from doing our Around the Town series episode with Georgia's Stationery that a lot of you are still interested in handwriting things and cards and notes to people. So I thought maybe we'll show you these. It'd be a great way for you to be able to show someone you love them, send them some really nice nature cards or gemstone cards, you know. So thank you so very much. If you'd like anything from this video, again, please either send us an email at info@allegorygallery.com, and I'll throw that up here, or you can also message us on Facebook if you're on Facebook. Just go to our page, go to the About section, and there should be a link to message us. If you're on a computer, a desktop, or a laptop, it should be right under the banner, a big button that says message us. So thank you all so much for tuning in. If you love what you see here, please, please, please subscribe if you're on YouTube. Please like us or follow us if you're on Facebook, whatever Facebook allows you to do these days. And please do hit that bell so on either platform so that you are notified when we go live. So thank you all so much for tuning in with us today. And we will be back here tomorrow with something new. I don't know what yet, but we will show you something new tomorrow. We look forward to talking to you. And I hope you all have a really, really good evening. I'm off to pick up some Chinese. Have a great one, everyone. Bye now.